Hello everyone, it is day 3 and it was an aerobic day. Today I ran 4 miles. It was tempo work, so 1 mile easy run, a 1 mile faster than normal run, a half mile easy, then another mile harder than normal, and then a half mile easy. So a total of 4 miles. And then I did some walking before and after, and then a little bit ago I did 11 miles on the bike. So good aerobic day. One thing I want to talk about today are some of the things I do for running. So first of all, since I'm a bit heavier than most runners, although I've lost almost 20 pounds at this point, and will continue to lose weight, I suspect, from running, is that I've looked a lot into running. And there's a lot of interesting information about running that every runner should know, especially about how their foot should land and proper form. I started looking into it because of injuries. So I've always wanted to be a runner, but I've always run poorly, and my biggest problem has always been shin splints and plantar fasciitis. So those are two things that basically always short-circuited every attempt I ever made at running. And after reading the book Born to Run, I started looking into this whole minimalist movement. And some people think it's a fad and some people don't. I don't. And the reason being is that the foot is an extremely complex mechanism. The architecture is pretty amazing when you think about how many bones there are, how many joints, and all the muscles and tendons in there. And then we have the hubris to believe that we can improve upon, millions of years of evolution by creating a little shoe that gives us a bunch of cushion, where our feet actually can absorb the shock much better than a little bit of cushion. Regular shoes, I believe, and like I said, some people think this is a fad, force you to heel strike, or it makes it much easier to heel strike. And when you heel strike, all that force goes up your heel, into your knee and back, and that's where a lot of runners have injuries. I think it's 65% of runners get injured every single year. And so I started looking into it and really delving into it because of the injuries I've had to deal with, and because I want to be a runner. And so I am a minimalist runner. I don't run barefoot, but I use these, which I love. And maybe if it is a fad, my feet were just made for minimalistic running, because I wish I'd switched to these things years and years and decades ago. I would have kept with running back in the day. So something to consider, a little bit of education. If you look up barefoot running, minimalist running, or evolution, I think evolution or evolutionary running, you can find a tremendous amount of information on form and different ways to run. And if you don't know anything about it, I really recommend you look into it. Another tool that is invaluable as a runner, especially a heavier than normal runner, is a heart rate monitor and a device for tracking. So I use the Garmin set. Love them. I used to use the Nike Plus stuff, which is really nice. The heart rate monitor works well, but the distance, because it uses basically a little deal that goes in your shoe and it counts footsteps. It's like a pedometer, whereas the Garmin is a GPS device, and so it actually tracks the distance you go. Although if you're on a treadmill, you can't use that portion of it. I'm mostly using it for the heart rate monitoring. And if you, like me, are trying to lose weight, the important thing about heart rate is knowing the heart rate zones. There's this really good book, Be a Better Runner, and it has this chart in it which talks about different heart rate zones. And when I first started running, what I didn't mind was that my heart rate was through the roof constantly. It was a struggle. So I'd run, walk, run, walk, run, walk, and my heart rate would go spike really high, and I didn't really think anything of it. However, what I found out is that if your heart rate goes into zone 5, you can start burning muscle. And actually, when I did a body fat measure over a couple months period, I found that my body fat actually went up and my skeletal muscle percentage went down. It's because I was burning muscle while I was in these spiked states. So if you want to burn the most fat percentage, you want to be in zone 4. It's pretty fascinating stuff if you're interested in burning fat. If you're already a seasoned runner, you are already probably a skinny mini, so and don't have to worry about that. But it's something to look into if you're interested in running and running to lose weight, which is part of what I have to do. So that is it. It was a good day. I'm not very sore from yesterday's exercises, although what I found typically is when I work out, it's the day after the day after. So tomorrow I should be really sore from yesterday's workout, and then I have to do the same workout again with some, hopefully with burpees included. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day and are doing your own training. Bye.